Oh, no.
No. Oh, look at you back to listen to enough a radio podcast. Fuck yeah.
If you'd like Dunk to come up with a jingle for your business, by all means, let us know. Slide into the DMs. A cheeky hand shandy will do.
So if you haven't been back with us for a week, welcome back. Sniper Elite, we've had some ripping episodes earlier in the week. You can jump on those by becoming a subscriber. Less than $1 a month, and you unlock about 200 odd episodes. Other housekeeping, still got sunglasses available for you to purchase. Our first sunglasses collab. Instead of making our own, we went with a high quality brand by the name of Newfound out of New Zealand here and designed them ourselves. So there's a link in the show notes for that.
They're very cool. Coming up on the pod today, a lady who got stoned with Julia Roberts, of all people.
Oh my goodness me, that got me real good. Jeez, that got me good.
Can I say that you're in for a fucking roller coaster today?
You are. I mean, we say this all the time, but fuck, man, wait until you hear the second war story.
Jesus.
The first one's good enough. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not here to muck around. Are you fucking here to muck around? Let's get into it.
Not a fan about.
Snipers, ready up. It's war story time.
Well, you know what that means. It means Jay's up for war story number 1.
These are actually getting better and better and better. And to all the people that have messaged saying, holy fuck, are they ever going to get less hectic? I think if we are to go by what we have seen to date, the answer to that is an overwhelming no. The worm story that Showboss Teagues read out last week, and if you haven't heard it, you've got to go back and have a listen to it, is by far one of the fucking crookest things that we've ever come across, I would say.
I was still rattled the next day. Go back and have a listen. And as he messaged me, he goes, I think my nickname should be Early Bird, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this one here is from a buddy of ours over in South Australia, under the category of tomfoolery, and we're going to call him Glentos the Freshmaker. Hi team, on the back of Wheelie Bin Chat, I thought I'd share a yarn from a few moons ago when I was based in NZ. I'm not entirely sure what Wheelie Bin Chat was.
Can't remember.
It could
either.
possibly be Wheelie Bin bobsleds, where you hop inside it and you use the lid to steer a little bit. Generally ends in fucking chaos and has ended up in death.
Zero control.
Yeah. We lived rurally in Southland, land of the mighty southern man, where everyone drives a four-wheel drive or a V8. Copious amounts of space is drunk, and when young boys are mischievous. My driveway was around 2 kilometres long.
Whoa.
And every Thursday, I'd trundle my wheelie bin down the drive and wait for the garbage man to empty it. Fucking happy days. One afternoon, I went to collect my empty wheelie bin, only to find it smashed to fucking pieces and my rubbish strewn all over the place. It had been hit by something at a fucking great rate of knots. There was shit everywhere. So a pissed off me picked up my shit and ordered a new wheelie bin, thinking it was some idiot just swerving at it to be a dick. Anyway, next week rolls around, I roll my shiny new wheelie bin down to the road and then think fuck all of it. Guess what? I was greeted with that afternoon. You fucking guessed it, a fucking mess of shit everywhere. Now, because I used to take the bin down earlier, either the night before or early in the morning, before milking the cows, it was always dark when I was down there. So I had no clue as to who the cocksucker was that liked to play fucking real life Wii Sports fucking bowling with my precious wheelie.
Yeah.
So I deduced a plan. I got my shiny new wheelie bin and contacted a few of the boys, and we made a good batch of quickset concrete one night.
Yes, fill the fucker with concrete.
Shit. A quickset batch of fucking concrete the night before bin week a few weeks earlier. I decided not to put my bin out for a month just to act like I was scared of it happening again. We sat it out on the road and we fucking waited. And about 5 a.m. the day of the bin day, I was awakened to a massive crash and a horn blaring. So I jumped on the mighty Ag 100 Ag bike, the fucking yellow pus rocket, and tore off into the haze of blue smoke. Its two-stroke engine screaming its tits off in the frosty Southland morning. I arrived to a scene of absolute fucking carnage. A young bloke from a few farms over has hit the bin at about 100 clicks and sent it fucking hurtling 80 metres into the neighbour's hay shed.
Holy shit.
In the process, has pushed the bull bar of his old man's brand spanking new Hilux up into the fucking windscreen and completely fucked it. All the airbags have gone off and coolant from the engine and oil is fucking everywhere. A sheepish young fella sitting there like a stunned fucking fish wondering what the fuck just happened. A quick call to his father, who's a mate of mine, and the young fella was crying like a girl, and I'm pretty sure he got a fucking hiding of a lifetime. Other than that, I never had to worry about the wheelie bin getting bowled again. I'm unsure if the insurance ever paid out, and the local cop did mention to me in passing that concrete is supposed to be broken up before being disposed of in the landfill, but I wasn't overly concerned. Up the fucking wires. And P.S., as you guys know, I've had a rough year medically. I found out a couple of months ago that my kidneys are shitted and I need a transplant and dialysis. You and the podcast are a saving grace. It's been a tough time to get my head around the bullshit and the fact that I'm in the wars again medically. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do and the laughs and the positivity and all the fucked up shit you provide. I won't be the only one doing it tough this year, and you guys will be a massive part of why these people in these situations can get through. Have a fucking great time. Up the wires. Cheers.
That's going to be hard to top, man. Mate, sorry to hear your buddy kidneys are packing up.
Mate, I hope that since you sent that in, that everything's kind of on the mend and everything's getting a little bit sorted out, because fucking there's nothing worse, man. It sucks being waiting and then
not knowing.
Yeah, talking to another friend of mine who was on a wait list as well, and I think he might have been waiting for a liver transplant. And he was the one that fucking put himself in that position. He used to drink like a fish. He's a great lad, but fuck me, he torched his body. And he was yellow like a Simpsons character. And they were like, if you don't get one this weekend, you're fucking toast. Like, there's no coming back from this. He was fucked. And then he got a liver. Basically got told that he had a liver. There was a recipient, and he went in and got it. And the only way that he got it is because somebody passed away. And that somebody that passed away was a fucking young buck. And he goes, I'm the only thing that is carrying the only living piece of that guy around, and so he treats it like it's fucking gold.
That would honestly, but that phone call would be better than seeing your lotto numbers come up.
Yeah, it is, but he said it's bittersweet because you don't get something unless somebody loses something.
I don't think you can dwell on that.
No.
That'd ruin you.
No.
Because he treated his body like shit.
He treated his body like shit.
Chewing him up.
Yeah, and the other kid was just unfortunate, was part of some accident or something, which meant that he got to hand it over. So, that's why fuck I tick donut, mate. If you can get anything off my body, like if you're going through it, the hair's disappearing, so there's no point taking the hair. The eyes are probably a bit fucked. The teeth are good for
nothing. You got a nice nose.
No.
We could graft that.
The beak's fucking copped it over the years. The last thing you want to say, fucking...
Jay was very sick last year, guys. Very sick. What else is good on Jay?
Mate, it's fuck all. Skin, the biggest organ, that's shitted as well. It's either...
your kidneys will be hissing, so an alcoholic's kidneys are the best ones you can get.
Hey. Okay, yeah, tell me more.
So that's the
Lungs
best.
are fucked. Tick as shit.
Yeah.
Organs are done.
There must be something else.
Toenails are pretty crook.
Piece of shit over there.
I haven't broken any bones, so they're brand spanking new.
Wow, bone graft? Cataracts? How's your cataracts?
Bone marrow? Nah, they'll be going, mate.
Oh.
Turns out you do go blind if you get
What else can we get off that carcass over there?
There's fuck all to strip down.
Skin grafting? Would you be open to skin grafting?
I would be, but it's red and it sweats a lot. So do you want that?
Imagine getting a donor skin graft. You just have a patch that sweats heaps. You're like, why have I got a fucking square shape of my forearm that just sweats heaps?
I don't think the skin graft's taking it. Seems to be weeping a lot. No, those are the sweat glands. They are fucking pumping like a Texas oil plant. Just seen him, greasy motherfucker. Had to throw a bag of sand on him to get him on the table.
Is that it? Is that all we're going to get? A patch of sweaty skin off you?
I wouldn't even go for that if I was you.
They'll find something. Because it's also, they go, you've got really shit A or just a bit shit B. And you're going to take a bit shit B from Jay if you're really shit as A as fucked.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, if that's your best you got, you'll roll the dice on your liver.
Yeah, I reckon if this was the option that was offered up, in all seriousness, if you go, look, We've had a guy pass away. He's early 40s. He's thrashed the fucking ass off his body. And he's fucking.
Have you heard of Keith Richards?
he's a 42-year-old version of it, but looks the same age. And then you go, or we could wait. You may die in the meantime, but we can wait, and then you can get a real fucking good one. If I was that person, I'd be like, I'll fucking roll the dice and wait for a little longer. Somebody else can have that shit. Yeah.
All right, let's go war story number 2.
Reload and focus. Another war story inbound.
Okay, here's one from Craig Milner, Norfolk in the UK. So, my mum's friends who are newly retired at the time of the story and who will remain anonymous, basically because I don't know their names, they got fed up of going
They'll be called anonymous because I don't know their fucking names.
They got fed up with going to the same place on holiday every year and couldn't be asked to shop around, so they decided to use a chunk of their savings to buy a huge Winnebago camper. Sick. My olds have got one, too. Yeah. I sat on the drive for a little while with the wife's mother, talking a lot of interest. The husband woke up one morning and said, "Pack your shit, we're going on a road trip." The mother-in-law heard this and begged to come. Realising she was old and she may not get a lot of time with, and they may not get a lot of time with her, he agreed just this once. So off they set to France. Cool. It's cool how you can do that, eh?
Yeah.
Just jump in a car and drive to France. So go via the Euro tunnel. As they got to the English side, he said, "Let's get our passports ready, etc. for when we're asked by customs." The mother-in-law turned out had forgot to pick hers up. Fucking awesome travel, mate.
Here we go.
Panicking and not wanting to do a 6-7 hour journey back to home to pick it up, she said, fuck it, I'll hide in the toilet till we get through customs.
Not uncommon, I could imagine.
They got through without being checked and they were all clear on the French side. He pulled over to a lay-by to fetch the mother-in-law, only to find she had died! Literally sat on the toilet, died! Oh, this is a fuck up. This is worst case scenario.
How the fuck did that happen?
Fuck, they could have gone across any of the fucking 30,000 other days the bitch had lived. And they fucked this one. How are they going to get out of it? He's going to be done for fucking body smuggling.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
real hard.
Yes.
It's very hard to explain your way out of that.
Fucking A. Do a Yui, go back through, and then dump her.
It's his wife.
No use anymore.
You dumping Dicko Chang Chang on the side of the road?
Man, if it means I'm not going to prison, probably.
Yeah, she disappears though. Fuck, you know who they're going to be pointing
straight
the finger at.
Straight to the fucking hardware shop, gets a bag of lime, a square end fucking shovel, dig a nice square hole, and we got told. Remember, there was the ways to.
Yeah, so what you want to do... No, fuck, I'm not even getting
Okay, we'll get into that after if we need to. Now, full panic mode set in.
Someone will fucking bring this up and be clipped out of context and they'll be like, and there's Jay and Dunc, the sick fucks, telling people how to dispose of bodies, and I don't want to be a part of that. There's enough shit we could be hung up for.
Don't be a pussy. If you need to get rid of one, you're going to have to. So it's good to think about these things in case you end up in one of these scenarios. Pussy.
Fucking hell.
So, now full panic mode set in, but they still... But they had to come clean because of obvious reasons. If they were pulled over by French police with a dead fucking body and no passport, they would be basically fucked. They decided to pull into one of them huge service stations and ring the Rozzers. He had to park miles away at the back. I don't know what a Rozzer is.
I'd say the police, yeah.
At the back, as the camper needed 2 spaces as it was too long. So France police and an interpreter arrived after after hours of pleading and explaining, the police asked them to show them the body. When they got to where the camper was supposed to be...
Oh, no.
No!
It had been towed for taking up
It had been fucking stolen, Jay! This is a fucking movie script! They spent the next few months flying back and forwards to France to try and get some sort of an update. But the only consolation by the French police that they could give them is it was probably stolen by gypsies, and they're very respectful of the dead. So they'd have to give her some kind of dignified funeral, probably, hopefully. Anyway, love you guys. Keep up the great work, Craig.
Holy fuck. You know how I said at the beginning, we probably can't be there. I reckon that's fucking one of the wildest things we've ever heard.
Oh, shit.
What a fucking wild series of events in such a short space of time. Let's get a camper van, go on a road trip. Fuck, she's dead on the toilet because she didn't have a passport. Now it's been fucking stolen in 24 hours. Like that morning, she was having, I don't know, a fucking 30 cups of tea like most people in the UK.
And she begged to go on the trip, remember, too. Please, take me.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's right up there. Craig, that's your best work. You won't top that.
There'll be people in the Romany gypsy community that are probably listening to this from time. There'll be someone in the gypsy community that's listening to this. And I heard
I think you're supposed to call them travellers.
I think they refer to I don't know. Well, just tell us what you want to be fucking called because clearly we're not one.
Did you bury her like we were about to talk about before? So the best way to do it is to dig a square hole really deep, like 14, 15 feet deep.
How the fuck are you going to... That's a big post hole borer. That's literally... You're putting that in with a retaining wall.
Then you drop the body in vertically, and you do this in a garden bed, and then you put it in about, I don't know, fucking foot of soil on top of it. Then you bury a dead pet, and then you put more soil on top, and then if the police come and they're going for soil scans, they're like, oh, it's just a fucking dead dog.
Hey, was it that? Then you plant native trees over top of it so they can't be dug up.
That's right. I knew I was missing a bit. I'd be caught without you.
Jesus Christ.
That came from someone else.
Holy shit.
Wait, did we ever play that bit on the podcast from that bloke?
I don't know.
It was like fucking cook gardening or something.
Better gardening tips. But I can just literally play it down here because it will sound shit, but you'll get the idea of how old mate came about with it.
He's so spot on.
He's dead serious too, which I find fascinating and
just in between like bloody pruning his roses and picking some tomatoes, he just whips out this little gem.
Yeah, we're still in fucking dial up here, so that's not going to happen for another 7 days, so we'll just get to that at a later stage, shall we?
This is a hilarious yarn. Jay's been working at MediaWorks for coming up 6 years and still doesn't have the internet on his phone.
No, because the internet here is dog shit and never works.
It's working on my computer right now.
Yeah, but...
No, it's only... So you need it when you get a phone call, you need to turn it off. That fucks it for some reason.
Yeah, it's try again. We weren't able to load just now. Thanks, mate.
Bet he's out of data, eh, guys? Tight ass.
I went. There is a shock to the system when a phone bill comes through, having not paid one for years.
Have you got a handle on it yet?
Yeah, we're sweet. Hang on, I've got the guy. There's another dude here that's talking about doing his tax return with his dick out and his foreskin pulled back because it gives you help from God to do your taxes.
Let's play that
He's
tomorrow.
great. Yeah, we'll get him on tomorrow, but we'll get the gardening guy. Here he is. I'll give it a little bit of volume here. I was being professional, turned it down. Now I'm professional.
When you're burying a dead body in the garden, remember, cover it in endangered native plants so that it's illegal to dig them up. Follow for more gardening tips.
I just realised I made up the first bit myself. Fuck, that's concerning. You sure there's not another one where he's saying bury it toes first?
That's in the comments. That's in the comments below.
Ah, phew.
Yeah.
You must have read one of them to me. I was like, whoa, I'm poked.
Yeah, where did that come from? Did you? Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, have you been hitting those dose tablets and having really weird dreams?
Yeah, man.
Are you at the point now where you can control what's happening in your dreams?
I think I have a few times, but the trouble is, I need to be asked what my dream was in the morning, and they'll be able to say. But Dixie gets up early and buggers off to the gym, and then I'm just straight into 3 kids.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember having very vivid dreams, and I believe I probably have been, and they're just the weirdest scenarios.
Kind of semi-linked, but not linked. I had this. What's the one? The fucking weird one when they're on the resort in Thailand at the moment.
White Lotus.
White Lotus had like a fucking weird. I don't know. Must have been off watching that. Had this weird. Not the fucking jerking my brother off too. Just to clarify that real quickly.
Oh, I haven't got to that episode. Can't wait. Cool.
But
I knew there was something funny going on there.
Yeah, one of those weird full moon parties where shit just goes wild. And it's the second time that it's happened in this succession of, like, completely unrelated. First one was in a big warehouse rave party, went along, came up with this booze idea. Did I tell you about this one? Yeah, which I don't know if it's entirely legal, but it sounds kind of fucking plausible. It's one of those classic ones. In the UK, you would have had it through the 90s. They were the greatest times to go partying. You turn up, and to get around the liquor license thing, you turn up with a bottle of spirits that you hand over to them, and then they charge it back to you by selling you soft drinks or mixes. Yeah, and so that's how you get around it. Anyway, so part of the stream, something comes up behind me, and it's no good, like kind of zombie-ish. And I grabbed this fucking shovel, like you're talking about, and just spin around and just fucking clean cut the head off this thing. And I just spun around and then just literally put it down next to me and carried on the conversation. Like I was like, fuck, I've done that before. Lo and behold, fucking probably 2 nights ago, same sort of setup, but in that White Lotus sort of arena. But fucking full Chipaway fest, and kind of comes through the beach, and everyone's fucking scrambling. I was like, fucking give me
Been here, done this.
Give me a spade, cuz I'll take care of it. And I fucking did, and it's become a signature.
So you found out what your signature weapon would be if you're a serial killer.
Well, I don't know about that, but I've had
Feels like
confidence.
a very short.
But it's like that is the first time that I've carried information from a previous completely unrelated dream at a different time into a new dream and then maintained that same setup. Like
Without like a repetitive fucking PTSD nightmare type
No.
scenario happening. Yeah, crazy.
And then woke up in the morning like fucking smiling like fucking saved the day again.
Right on. G-Man,
wild,
still
yeah.
got this.
Yeah, and came up with a modular ice bath, sauna, reverberation echo room business model as well this morning. It's fucking unreal.
We'll put the link in the show notes of those things again.
Yeah.
I think they're probably sold out.
No, you can't get them overseas at the moment either because there's a whole bunch of loopholes. Everyone's fucking been peppering them from the UK. I think they might be going over to Australia, but nothing. But fuck, they're good. Like in terms of just calming down the noise in my head and just creating space for a bit of clarity and to work on things. That's the calmest part of my day, which it should be. But fuck, it's ordered. Like it's the only ordered part. Have you had any chippies? Fuck it, they're awesome.
I created a bit of calm this morning. So I woke up and Dixie must have gone to the gym like half an hour before, but none of the kids are up. And normally you just jump on your phone, and they had the dose effect thing just ringing in my ears.
Yeah, sunshine before screen time.
We fucking still dark, so that doesn't work. What time do you get up? Fucking hell.
It's not light here till 7:20ish.
Exactly. This is 6:20 this morning.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier. Maybe 6:15.
There's a light that you can get which replicates sunlight. The guy in the
Does it pump out UV?
Possibly. He must be able to get UV lamps. The guy that's sold his company that bought Venmo, and he's got the documentary about him trying to be the youngest biological age ever.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
weirdo. He's starting to look weirder and weirder.
Just looking robotic.
Yeah. But I sat there, so I was like, I'm not going to go on my phone. I'll just wait for Muzz to get up. He was always up first. It was like 10, 12, 15 minutes just at eat, like just at
Furiously
pace.
masturbating.
Nah, didn't do anything. And
That's
I was
great though,
like,
eh?
very rarely in a day will I be still for that much with quietness. And I was like, fuck, that's something I'm going to crave. And then didn't go on my phone. I saw your message at about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And hadn't been on it.
Which is my routine at the moment off the back of TJ Power's dose effect is sunlight before screen time. And so I get up in the morning, just kind of chill, sit with my own thoughts for a little bit, kind of unwind all the fucking craziness from the night before that I've had dreams about. Feeling super rested. Write stuff down into all these various little weird notebooks that I've got. I need a better model. I need a fucking better setup.
Hurry up and buy one of those fucking things with the stylus.
Yeah, the tablet thing. I might put you, and you might
Just ask Damien what one his is.
Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, just so that I've got about 10 different fucking diaries that have got all this different shit in them. Anyway, that's a start for me. Then I open up our kitchen door, and the sun literally comes straight into that. So I sit there, make the boys breakfast, make their lunches, then walk them to school, and then get back at about probably 8:15, and that's when I pick my phone up for the first time. But I've been up since 6:30.
That's
and it's
good.
It's good. Like it changes the way. We even had Sir JK, where he was. We've had him on the pod before, maybe. Yeah, he was saying that not touching his phone in the morning and leaving it in a fucking drawer in the kitchen at night from like 7 or 8 o'clock has been the biggest, hands down biggest game changer for his mental health that he's ever come across. Like more than medication for him, he reckons. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, get amongst it. It's even that little pocket this morning I enjoyed. It makes you realise how often you just jamming information into your brain, be it from your surroundings or what you're holding in your hand.
Or just how you can go on your phone. And we're aware of the fact that this will be turned into a video and fucking, flashing lights and fucking whatever it is. And there's a clip there.
Not just while you take a shit.
Yeah, just literally combo it up. Just take a shit.
Videos you can shit to. Jay and Dunc. You can't do anything else. You got to wait for it to come out. So it's a good time to punch out a 3-minute video.
And then you waste half an hour, get up, your legs and fall off and just smudge shit all over your own ass.
Speaking about shit, do you know George Wallace, the comedian? He's been around forever, since like the 70s. And so I saw this video pop up and I was like, it's got music behind it. I'll try and find one without music. And that's when I found out he'd been a comedian forever. But man, I fucking vibe him hard.
Is this the one where he goes, I've seen things that you've never seen, like a man taking a shit while running at full speed?
No.
Okay.
No, you're going to enjoy this.
People saying stupid shit everywhere I go. Like Jerry Seinfeld told me he's going to build him a new house, and he's going to build it from the ground up. I said, that'd probably be the best way to start building that house. You start with the roof, you're going to run into some trouble. People just say stupid shit all the time. When people die, Vlad, they say things like, he dead and gone. Now, what the hell does dead and gone mean? Dead and gone. Anybody ever died and stayed? People just say stupid shit.
There's heaps of those. That was my mate Al that sent that through.
Yeah.
But we'll find some more of those because he's right. There was a whole bunch of sayings. He was actually on Oprah back in like the early 90s doing pretty much the same gag. I think he just released a book. He's just doing the same thing, just fucking calling people out for being stupid.
Yeah, there's I think there's a bit of a renaissance, and particularly in and around the comedy thing. Like, I've probably been to equal amount of comedy gigs in the last 12 months. I've got decent name comedians that have travelled to New Zealand that I have musical gigs. Because you go to a music gig, there's like a certain, if we're going back fucking once again, TJ Power's fucked us. Basically, he's created a cult and we've just fucking fallen into it. It's hilarious.
You definitely have.
Oh, mate, fuck.
I used to know you.
I'm wearing the same clothes every day and I'm drinking the fucking purple Kool-Aid, But it's one of those
When
things.
you're taking the starship into the galaxy.
It's not far off, I reckon. Everyone's coming with.
That's a great book.
It's an incredible book. And there's, see, don't get me started. Anyway, so this part of it is it's nice to go along to a comedian and laugh as a collective.
Yeah.
We do it every day on the show. We're very lucky. And we do it, here and doing the podcast. But when you're fucking proper roaring with laughter with like 12, 15,000 other people, it is special. It's kind of like
You get like it's
man.
it's kind of funny, but you've already started laughing. You're in the mood, and you laugh a little bit, and then you hear somebody like laugh louder with a funny laugh, and that gets you going. Like it's just the best.
We went to a comedian last year. Me and a buddy of mine, Aston. What's his name? Peters, a Canadian guy, and he was Russell Peters, and he was fucking hilarious. But he's Indian Canadian, so has a massive Indian audience that find him hilarious. And you wouldn't think that, and this is just pure ignorance and naivety, that there is a massive amount of comedy that goes through, the Indian population. And I mean, this is India and Asia in general. And he is fucking hilarious. And this whole crowd that we were with was up for it. We would have been, I reckon...
You're sold out 12,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was chock-a-block. And so me and Aston were sitting next to each other, and there was just Asian people from across the globe, but I would say predominantly Indian people, or people that would identify as, having Indian descendancy. And fuck me, were we rolling? Like, it was like, literally like being in a mosh pit of just fucking people in hysterical laughter.
Like grabbing each other for balance.
It's like, mate, fucking like holding on, like can't breathe, like laughing so hard. And they're like, you're okay, this is fucking awesome. It was one of the most profound and awesome things I've ever done.
Very rarely will you buy a ticket to a top tier comedy comedian and regret it.
No. Joe Coy was another one. Huge Filipino audience. They were fucking roaring. And then you're laughing at the people that are laughing. And you leave it like on this wild high.
And you look around after, especially particularly those two gigs, and you go, man, we've all got something in common now.
Totally. And no, it's like
Find this motherfucker funny as hell.
It's not like I don't know, was it Chris Stapleton was another, recently went to Chris Stapleton, who is just the fucking messiah. And you leave that gig G'd up, but appreciative of, your loved ones, because you look at how he interacts with his wife on stage and how the vibe that he creates and the music that he's made and the profound effect that it's had on people's lives. And you're like, this is great. And you get that from every band under the sun. And if you're not out seeing those things, it's all well and good to have these connections online and through these digital platforms that we've got, and even this sort of stuff. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's like there is some connectivity there. But when you get fucking human bodies in the same space and on that same wavelength, whoo-wee, no wonder motherfuckers go to church, because that's a collection of people on the same fucking page regardless of what everyone else thinks about whatever they're doing. But man, there'd be some energy in those spaces. If you were on that page, fuck me, you'd be whistling.
Just so you know, if you try and bring this sort of vibe to try and convince me to like musicals, I'll tell you to go get fucked. I'm not buying that. No.
Yeah, I don't.
Not my jam.
It's not your jam.
I
Understandable.
peaked in drama class when I was 14.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Basically clocked it.
I would love to see. Duncan Hyde Theatre Sports.
Keep steaming, legends.
A message from Jackie. Here's one for you. Years back, I'm 70 now, my youngest son and I decided to watch the Tom Hanks film Circles about crop circles. Bring on an old rock and roll bird and an ancient hippie. I felt it would be good to get stoned to watch it. Oh, it must have been Bean and old. Yeah, son agreed and rolled up a joint, which we smoked before going. Bear this in mind. We'd moved to London We'd moved from London, UK to a tiny Devonshire village with a tiny cinema for locals. Oh, no. Being like super baked in a tiny location with randoms. You could buy a drink or food to eat in there, and normally there would be only 5 or 6 people in the whole place. And we went and sat down, and I fancied a burger and a glass of wine. So, got an order from my son and wandered into the restaurant, which was completely empty. Candles were lit on all the tables, and it was pitch black outside. It looked beautiful. I said to the woman standing in there how beautiful it looked, and what a shame it was empty. A voice from behind me said, "Can I help you?" I turned around to see the restaurant manager watching me speaking to a full-size cutout of Julia Roberts. Oh, my son and I had to leave. We were in hysterics. No more spliffs for me.
Shit, that's good.
Can we run a segment? And maybe you can just fire these through to the Not For Radio page. And it needs to start with, you know how I know I had too much weed? Because that shit only happens when you're super baked. 100%. Oh, shit. That's good. We've had a great time today.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to recall the story where somebody went out into the forest and they took mushrooms and then they basically found an angel or like a fucking small person that was in the forest, and they were like the messiah of the forest fairies, and they ran everything, and they were connected to the pine cones, and the pine cones were their friends, and basically blah 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 blah. And then it's like, and long story short, we were like fucking got like hero awards for finding a baby that had been abducted and went missing in the forest. They'd dumped the baby when they heard us stumbling through and ran off.
What the fuck? Can someone send us a link to that story
I'll
if
try
it's a
and
thing?
find it. Fuck, it's hilarious.
Jeez, that's
someone
out of the
read
game.
the story. Someone read it out. It might have been like Theo Von or something.
Yeah, great. We'll play it on the podcast tomorrow. That's all we've got time for. That'll do, Donkey.
Go well, go long, up the wires.
Once again, as well, if you're not Sniper Elite, you can get access to about 200 extra episodes once you become Sniper Elite. It's about the price of a beer a month, even less, actually. And also, as well, we've still got Not For Radio sunglasses available. These bad boys, if you would have seen a few of them pop up if you're on the Sniper's Nightmare Facebook page, everyone very happy with them. Like I say, we went for high-quality sunglasses, not ones that you're going to throw away in 6 months.
The Dunk is not something you throw away in 6 months. The Dunk is something you keep for your kids.
Shipping worldwide. You can get amongst that. And also, if you don't know, now you know, Nigel, we are on YouTube. Just search Not For Radio on YouTube. And all the rest of them as well, Facebook and Instagram, etc. TikTok's going fucking berserk at the moment. It's great.
Yeah, nice.
If that's your jam, jump on that. In the meantime, have a ripping rest of your Thursday, and we'll be back tomorrow for another Not For Radio podcast.